Dean here with Escape to Gaming. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend before Christmas. This has been a wonderful time off. I finally had a few days off, and it's been just delightful. I've actually had a chance to finally start getting into The Last of Us, playing in the beginning areas with Joel and Tess, kind of going through the beginning of the adventure. A wonderful game. I can't believe it. I'm just now getting into this. This is no surprise to you that have already enjoyed The Last of Us, but I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Highly recommend it. This is going to be a wonderful game to play throughout the Christmas holidays. So a little bit morose for Christmas time, but I'm having a wonderful time nonetheless. Actually, you know, I wanted to do this video because I came across, kind of by accident, I stumbled across a brand new way of recording, or even frankly playing old PlayStation 1 and 2 games, or even the regular Xbox system games on your current, you know, flat screen LCD or plasma TV. I didn't think it was possible. Many of you know I went over the summer and bought my new, I have a Sony Trinitron 27-inch TV. It's kind of a progressive scan, all the bells and whistles, built-in surround. I love it. Like I've said just recently in one of my vlogs, this room is the coolest room in the house. It's actually one of the warmer rooms in the house also in the wintertime. But in the summer, it's wonderful to come in here and watch either, you know, some old Mystery Science 3000 VHS tapes on my Sony Trinitron via the VCR, or play my PlayStation 1 and 2 favorites on my system down here. I have a little board set up with all my games, my PlayStation 2, and it's wonderful, but I miss playing it on the couch. It's more comfortable. I have a way better surround sound setup and all that, and I kept thinking, and over the summer I recorded some gameplay of Rash and Twisted Metal Black and RoadKill and a few of my favorite games on there, but the quality was god-awful. I had a couple of friends at PME Dean, really should do something about that and maybe, you know, add an S-video cable, which I took my friend's advice and did that, and the picture quality was far better, but still, because of the way these CRT TVs are, it's really hard to capture filming in front of the TV, the old school way, hard to really get the gameplay. It just looks really god-awful. So I kept thinking there's got to be a way. I mean, and I've lately been watching kind of a new friend on YouTube that I've discovered, a wonderful channel, Steve Benway, has a lot of really great old PlayStation 1 and 2 games, Commodore 64, now the Panasonic 3DO, which now I'm inspired to get one, based off his wonderful gameplay little videos. I said, you know, I'd like to do more of these, not just, you know, current contemporary games, but do some of these old PlayStation 1 and 2 games, and eventually I'll get another regular Xbox and do some of my favorite early Xbox exclusives and what have you. But again, I'm back to, you know, I can't record in front of this TV. So I said, there's got to be a way it's being done, because I'm seeing, you know, even on Classic Game Room, some people have some kind of emulators or some way that they're able to capture it. Now, I went through and I found out that my Hauppauge HD PVR2 does, in fact, will capture that, and you can use on your PlayStation 2. It has the color component cables that separate all of the different individual colors, red, you know, green, you know, yellow, blue, whatever it is, breaks it down, plus the audio cables, and you can capture a much better signal that way. And I said there has to be something like that that could be applicable to one of these new flat screen TVs. I got a, you know, 46-inch Samsung in the living room. The picture quality is great, but man, you plug it in with the 3 RCA yellow, white, and red cable, and it just looks, you know, horrendous. So I discovered online, actually, and I called my local Radio Shack, which is just right around the corner, and they had one in stock. I said, hold it for me, I'll come right down and get it. So I got this, it's Gigaware makes it, and it's a universal component cable, and this is the empty box. I've already hooked up all the wires, but it has, includes PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and also PlayStation 1 games, which you can play via the PlayStation 2, and the regular Xbox and Wii, which is great. High-def component video output up to 1080i for superior image clarity, and it really is. It looks fantastic. 8 feet of cable. So it's easy to reach your TV and game consoles, and it is. It works out great. I actually have on a box, I have my PlayStation 2 all hooked up and set up, and it looks and plays wonderful. So, and I've got the little back of it here, which I'll show a close-up of it. And yeah, it provides a 1080i for superior image quality. The audio, you know, stereo cables are built in for stereo sound, and man, it does sound good. You can really hear the separation really good over it. And even the original Xbox, it has the really wide plug-in for that. So now I can't wait to get a regular Xbox again. And even the Wii, which I don't have, but if you had a Wii and wanted to capture some Wii games, you certainly couldn't beat it. So, and it says if you own multiple game consoles, this universal cable can reduce the tangled mess of cords and cables behind your entertainment system. It works with the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2. Now they say Xbox 360, but I know they mean the regular Xbox and the Wii. I think it's a misprint. So you'll no longer need separate AV cables to connect each one to your TV. High-def video output at up to 1080i provides superior image clarity for enhanced gameplay. The Xbox plug even has a digital optical jack for pristine digital audio. Wow. Digital optical cable sold separately, so you could really, dial in the audio as well. So it's impressive. It's a great. It cost me, I think, $23 plus tax. You can obviously find it online. I was impatient, had to have one right away to see if it was even going to work. And my guy at Radio Shack said, "Don't worry about it, Dean. You can go ahead and bring it back if it doesn't work." So I had nothing to lose. But I'm sure you can get this at Amazon or eBay fairly cheap. So I'm excited because now I can play, and I've tried it. Man, it works awesome. I played Twisted Metal. Put it in just to see how it works with my old memory card via the PlayStation 2, and it looks and plays wonderful. I mean, it's incredible how the clarity. You have to still play with your picture a little bit to get it. It's almost too sharp. You almost have to kind of soften the sharpness a little bit because it's a lot more. You can really see the jagged edges more because of the pixels. But now I'll be able to play these wonderful, Medal of Honor games. And I've been playing yesterday. I've got a little bit of footage of my Wolfenstein Return to Castle, Operation Resurrection, and man, the audio quality as well as the picture quality is fantastic.
Attention all personnel, V2 rocket test to commence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
do if you have a PlayStation 2 in particular, I'm not sure how it'll be on the Xbox, I'm sure they'll have something similar, is you have to go into your basic browser configuration, system configuration within your PlayStation 2 before putting a game in, and scroll down to the screen and put the screen on full. Apparently it really looks better on full. I've experimented with it in widescreen and 4.3. Full screen actually has the best picture. Then if you scroll down to where you can pick the components, you have an option between picking, the basic, RCA cable configuration, or you can pick it has the color component configuration set up. You want to put it on that. Once you put it on that, then everything works. At first I hooked it all up and I couldn't get it to work. I had no picture. And I go, God, apparently the cable thing doesn't work. So I was really bummed out. Did a little searching on YouTube and I found a video, and that's the secret, is you go into your system configuration and just put it on the color breakdown component configuration. Again, put it on full screen. You get the optimal picture quality, and it really makes a big difference. So I'm really happy with this. I've been trying out all my games and had a blast with it yesterday. I finally had a chance to put on my Duke Nukem Time to Kill game and play a level on that. So now I've done some video tests, and the quality looks really, really good. So I don't have all those scan lines on the old CRT TV. So now I'm going to start, which I wanted to do last year, and I was embarrassed with how bad the quality looked compared to other retro channels that have much better, visual quality. So I'm going to start doing a new series of little gameplay videos, just maybe probably 10 minutes long, 15 minutes tops, of just individual levels of some of my favorite games back from the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 days, and eventually when I get the Xbox, just a couple of those original Xbox exclusives. So this is very exciting for all of you out there that still have one of the old consoles kicking around, and you're just tired of having to lug. I mean, this damn TV was enormously heavy. I mean, my wife and I could barely lug this 27-inch Sony Trinitron in here, and they're hard to move and deal with. And once they go, they go. I mean, you're not going to be able to get another one, so unless you find one used. So I got this for like $25. I mean, they're cheaper than Hamburg by the pound. They really are quite affordable. But I love the TV. I'm going to keep it in here because this is my gaming room, and eventually I'll have an additional flat screen here as well. But I really like having my little gaming room set up. Like I said, in the summertime it's nice and cool, but I love to play these games and now see them on the big TV. It's a big treat. And for those of you that have pretty much given up on playing the old systems on it, this universal component cable system is the way to go. What it basically does is you go in and you separate, instead of having just the three basic RCA component inputs that go in there. There's like a yellow, white, and red, and one's usually a video signal, and then there's like an audio left and right channel. And it doesn't, for whatever reason, they don't look good on these new LCD and plasma screens or LED TVs. But when you separate the color components via, I think it's like blue, yellow, and red, and then it also has a separate right and left channel stereo jack, man, the picture quality and audio quality is quite surprisingly good. I am delighted. This is the highlight of my Christmas. Totally out of left field. Didn't see it coming. But anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys. You've got to get one of these component cable systems if you have an old system. Like I said, even the Wii, which I don't have, I've contemplated getting one, but for those of you that have an old Wii and wondered if you could still play it on these newer TVs, now you can. Or an Xbox, PlayStation 2. So highly recommended. It's great to be able to play these old favorites and classics again, and I'm really excited. So again, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Just kind of an impromptu little video deal I wanted to do, just showing a couple video segments of some of my favorite games, and letting you know how much fun I'm having with it. So I've got to get back to The Last of Us, but now I'm having a lot of fun again, playing these old favorites. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your games.